Yes, sir. We officially back at it. This is Boog Nice. We're here going into New York Toy Fair. We're gonna see some action figures, you know.
A.C.B.A.
Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. Boog Nice coming at you with another daily news update. So happy Monday. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Please go back, check out Friday's episode of the Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast. Episode 282 is live for your listening and viewing pleasure. So as I mentioned on that episode, the following day, that Saturday, the 30th, was the very first day of New York Toy Fair 2023, which again began on Saturday and will be running through tomorrow, October 3rd. 2023. Toy Fair this year has been light. Again, this is an event for professionals, not an event like Comic-Con where you would buy things, even though it is held in the same location as New York Comic-Con at the Jacob Javits Center. But again, it's for buyers, sellers, distributors, press. Of course, ACBA, we have a presence there. Shout out to my man Danny. Shout out to Ed out there on the ground. But it was pretty light this year. No Hasbro presence, no Mezco presence. There were some things to come out of New York Toy Fair that were interesting, though. I'll double back to that. But in terms of Hasbro not being there, Mezco not being there, they both had their own sort of online conventions recently in Mezco's RumbleCon and Hasbro's Hasbro PulseCon. We did see a bit more details and information about the ongoing HasLab Giant Man, which at the time of this recording is at 5,475 backers, which is just a little over halfway to the minimum target of 10,000 backers. You know, they told us about the eyes, about the antenna. We've seen some pictures from Dwight pop up online. This thing looks very promising. Not necessarily stalling out, but not getting to that minimum goal at a rapid pace. 21 days left in the campaign. You guys worried? I'm not really worried. I think we'll have a big surge toward the end. And I think right before the end, we'll hear some news of some supporting characters that will release alongside this. And maybe if they have to pull the emergency brake, then they'll bust out one final tier. In terms of Mezco's RumbleCon, a couple of interesting things to be announced there. Probably the most interesting to me personally is this 1/12 scale vehicle that they're going to be releasing. You know, we only saw a render, but this could quite possibly go with Marvel Legends figures, Shield Troopers, or your GIJoe figures. I'm going to definitely keep an eye on this. In other news, we talked about how Medicom Mafex are reissuing Hush, Joker, and Catwoman. Catwoman was up to $250 on the secondary, so giving collectors another shot at Catwoman is pretty clutch. Last week, I put up an early review of Stratimus Prime's Kickstarter figure Ilago from his Street Humans line. The review actually went up a day before the Kickstarter went live, which was the 29th. It is live now. Looking for 120K minimum goal. A link to back Street Humans will be in the description below. I did give the figure pretty good marks, but I want you to check out the review. Definitely something that would interest you if you are a display artist looking for extras and goons and different things to kind of bolster your displays. Speaking of displaying, OcToyber 2023. Yesterday was the first day for OcToyber. 31 days in October, 31 themes to go through. This is an event that is open to all participants. It costs you nothing to enter. However, you can still take home prizes and cash and prizes. So the theme list is here. You can pause it if you want to kind of screen cap this, but the full details, all of that information is on the Articulated Comic Book Art Instagram and also pinned at the top of our Facebook group. I mean, it's pinned on Instagram as well, so you can find the details as to where you need to submit your submissions if you want them to count towards the possibility of a prize. But again, this is open to everyone, free of charge. I would love to see any and everyone come out, no matter how big you are in the community. This is a great way to spar with other display artists, get your weight up, and just have a good time playing with your toys. So yeah, New York Toy Fair ongoing right now as I record this. Tomorrow's the last day. We do have a couple of interviews that are going to come out, so stay tuned for that. But just a quick rundown of some pictures that we have. A little bit of video here. I guess this is Jazzwares. They had a Star Wars display. I'm told that that this AEW announcers table, it looks like it's a breakaway table, is a reissue, and it's going to be a ringside collectible exclusive. But yeah, all the AEW figures here. I still haven't seen this Turtle movie. Man, I was with my boy Danny a couple weeks ago. We had lunch, me, him, and Ed, and he brought one of these JoyToy figures, and I got the opportunity to mess around with it. These things are super duper nice. So JoyToys got a bunch of stuff on display here at New York Toy Fair. These things look great. They're painted great. They have surprisingly really good articulation. The quality overall of these things is pretty amazing. They like 4-inch scale, basically. Maybe a little larger. I don't know. Maybe like 5-inch scale. But I do believe we will have an interview with somebody from JoyToy as well. Jada didn't have much on display. They got a couple of their cars. They had some of the Mega Man stuff. Nothing new from Street Fighter. As you guys know, New York Comic Con is right around the corner, so I feel like a lot of companies were saving stuff for New York Comic Con. Sentinel had some stuff on display. I'm sure this was at the Diamond Distributors or Diamond Select booth. Only thing we waiting for to complete this original movie crew is Spider-Man Noir, which is on pre-order now. Spider-Gwen just dropped or just released maybe like a month or so ago. I do believe all of this stuff was at the Diamond Distributor booth as well. I'll make a correction if not in the next video. We talked about this on our last episode of the podcast, but Super 7 putting out the Cobra Mothership, so you can see how massive that is. 3-0 with some really great 1/6 scale figures, Transformer stuff. These look amazing. Voltron, GIJoe, Destro, and Cobra Commander, Snake Eyes, and Storm Shadow, some Rangers, Putty, and then some smaller scale Transformer stuff. Their Transformer stuff is always very detailed, really nice stuff. I don't have anything from 3-0 personally. Don't start me to lying about what this is. And then NECA had a pretty impressive showing. You know, they've been doing their thing with the Gargoyles figures. This clock tower was custom made for the event, so this looks really, really cool. Not something that's going to be a wide retail release or anything like that, so don't get your hopes up. But yeah, that Gargoyles stuff has been great. I've been living vicariously through Danny. He's been collecting all of this stuff. New stuff, I do believe, was Ultimate Cold Stone, which is the first time they had this fully sculpted out for you to see. It's not even actually finished yet, but it's close. This dude, I forget his name, this is new as well. Somebody help me out in the comments. Ultimate Macbeth is also new as well. Showed off some dinosaur stuff. Of course, all of the Eastman Turtles stuff. Shout out to my man Ed. He got me the Turtles 4-pack as a gift. That's as far as I'm going to go. That's as far as I've gone in a very long time on any Turtle stuff, but all of the Eastman stuff looks good. I think this Baxter Stockman might be new. RoboCop, this Officer Murphy before he became RoboCop. This is definitely new. You can see the swappable chest plate where he's all shot up and stuff. RoboCop. Something else, man. What a great 80s movie. But yeah, just a few things to wet your whistle here. Definitely got an interview with Nacelle coming up and quite a few things as we close out tomorrow. So stay tuned for that stuff.
I'm in the game, I'm grinding, I got to play 24 hours in a day, 7 days out the week, I never sleep. I'm on my grizzly bear, 52 weeks out the year, yeah.